We've all seen the ring-necked parakeets. These cute, slightly goofy-looking chaps have gone from exotic to commonplace, particularly in London and the home counties, though they can be seen throughout Britain. They're sometimes called Twickenham parakeets, or Kingston parakeets, or Chessington parakeets, or any number of other London suburbs, but they're native to India and Africa. So what are these verdant lads doing here? At this point, someone usually brings up an explanation as colourful as the birds themselves. My favourite is that they're descended from a pair released by Jimi Hendrix in Carnaby Street in the 1960s, although they'd have to have worked pretty fast. The last count puts the number at around 32,000. Another popular one is that they were released in 1951 from Isleworth Studios following the filming of The African Queen, which would at least explain why there are so many of them. One has it that they escaped from Zion Park, again in Isleworth, when an aviary was damaged by debris from an aircraft. The most recent one, at least the most recent one I've come across, explains that they escaped from various aviaries following the Great Storm of 1987. These theories are all fun in their own way, but they probably aren't the one. A study last year, published in the Journal of Zoology, attempted to find the truth with forensic methods that would shame Sherlock. One interesting point is that the earliest sightings they found were in 1804. However, the first sighting of the birds in large numbers came in 1932 in Epping Forest. This was notable because the previous year had seen an outbreak of psittacosis, also known colloquially as parrot fever. Despite the hilarious nickname, parrot fever is anything but amusing. It's a bacterial disease carried by various birds, but particularly parrots and related species. It can spread to humans, and when it does, it causes fever, joint pain, conjunctivitis, diarrhea, inflammation of the spleen, and severe pneumonia. In very rare cases, it can even be fatal. The study concluded that the 1931 outbreak, and a number of others over the decades, were responsible for a number of bird fanciers having second thoughts about their feathered friends and letting them loose. The birds are prolific breeders and very adaptable. They're an invasive species in over 30 countries, and so they soon gained a foothold in Britain. Now, that's not to say that none of the other events happened, just that Jimi Hendrix, Humphrey Bogart and co. were only adding to a parakeet population that was already there. And, as we all know, birds of a feather flock together.
You know, say what you like about children and animals, but they will work for peanuts.